The Browns were listed 4th on ESPN. So, in your mind, we'll go around the horn. What's the blueprint for the Browns to win the AFC North?
So this has a lot to do with other teams too. So what you're gonna have.
The Cleveland Browns do not need a miracle to win the AFC North. They need a plan. And for the first time in a while, the division does not feel locked up before the season even starts. Baltimore has change. Pittsburgh has change. Cincinnati has change. Cleveland has changed too, but that also creates a real opening. If the Browns want to win the AFC North, the blueprint is clear. Fix the quarterback decision, run the ball, protect the young offense, let the defense stay nasty, and stop giving away games they should win. The Browns are not being discussed like a safe division favorite. They're being discussed like the team that could surprise people if the plan actually works. That is different. Nobody is handing Cleveland anything, but the AFC North is not the same old division right now. There is enough change around the North that the Browns can get back in the race if they stop beating themselves.
The division is open. I'm just not sure. I'm not sure the offense can get as good as it needs to get in one off season.
The first part of the blueprint is quarterback clarity, not quarterback drama, not weekly panic, not a locker room guessing game. Clarity. Todd Monken does not have to rush the decision, but once the season gets close, the Browns need the right answer and they need to commit. Deshaun Watson has the experience. Shedeur Sanders has the momentum. Dillon Gabriel gives them another young option, but only one quarterback can lead the huddle when real games begin.
But I did think this week that Shedeur Sanders had the better day that we were out there. And I think it speaks to Todd Monken saying after that practice on Wednesday this week, which was day 8 of OTAs, that he believes they have 2 starting caliber quarterbacks on this roster.
That is where everything starts. The Browns can have weapons, they can have a defense, they can have a smart coach, but if the quarterback play is sloppy, the division race ends fast. The AFC North punishes bad offense. You cannot keep giving the Ravens short fields. You cannot let Pittsburgh drag you into ugly games and then turn the ball over. You cannot trade touchdowns for field goals against Cincinnati. The Browns need a quarterback who plays clean. That does not mean he has to be a superstar every week. Cleveland's blueprint is not built on asking one quarterback to throw for 350 yards every Sunday. It is built on avoiding the disaster plays. Protect the ball, hit the easy throws, get the offense into the right looks, make the defense defend the whole field. That is enough to keep the Browns alive while the rest of the roster does its job. The second part is the run game. If Cleveland wants to win the North, it has to look like a North team again. Physical, patient, mean. Quinshon, Judkins, and Dillon Sampson can give the Browns a real 1-2 punch. Judkins can be the tone setter. Sampson can be the changeup. That matters because a reliable run game protects every quarterback on the roster.
And yes, I'm optimistic on this group. I think Quinshon Judkins, if he's healthy, can be a really good player, maybe even better than that. I think Harold Fannin is already a really good player and maybe a superstar, and I know this receiving core is going to be upgraded.
That is the engine. Judkins does not have to be prime Nick Chubb, but he has to give Cleveland identity. He has to make 2nd and 5 happen. He has to make linebackers step downhill. He has to make play action real again. Sampson has to be the receiving threat and space player. If those two backs work together, the Browns can stop asking the quarterback to carry everything alone. And that connects to the third part of the blueprint, easy offense. The Browns need more easy yards. They cannot live on tight window throws in 3rd and long. That is where KC Concepcion, Harold Fannin Jr., Denzel Boston, Cedric Tillman, and Jerry Jeudy matter. This group is not being treated like one of the league's best yet, but it has the kind of pieces that can make Monken's offense more flexible.
I love the fact that the offensive playmakers he's assembled, if you watch them in college, KC Concepcion, Denzel Boston, and you combine them with Jerry Jeudy and Harold Fannin, you can jumble them up and throw them all over the field, and they can do it.
KC Concepcion gives them motion, screens, slot work, yards after the catch. Fannin Jr. gives them a tight end who can attack the middle. Denzel Boston gives them size. Jeudy gives them route running. Tillman gives them physicality. That is how you make life easier. You do not need every player to become a star. You need enough of them to win their role. That is the difference between a bad offense and a dangerous offense. Bad offenses ask the quarterback to be perfect. Dangerous offenses give the quarterback answers. A quick throw to Concepcion, a seam route to Fannin, a red zone target to Boston, a run-pass option off Judkins, a shot to Jeudy when the safety creeps down. That is how the Browns can finally create rhythm. The fourth part is defense, and this is where the Garrett trade changes the whole feeling of the season. Myles Garrett is gone. That is a massive loss. You do not replace a player like that with one name, but the Browns did bring in Jared Verse, and the message around him has been strong. He brings energy, he brings edge, he brings a voice, and he does not sound like someone coming to Cleveland just to survive.
Jared Verse is a now foundational piece of this Browns defense.
And
that shouldn't be overstated. And he
I agree.
plays with a motor that I think Browns fans are going to love. The one thing about him coming out of Florida State was relentless.
Yep.
Never takes plays off. He's really good against the run, too.
Verse is not here to fill Garrett's shoes. That is impossible. He has to bring his own pressure. The Browns still need the front to be disruptive. They need the linebackers to run. They need the secondary to hold up. They need Denzel Ward and the back end to make quarterbacks uncomfortable. If the defense falls from elite to average, Cleveland has no path. But if the defense stays top tier, the Browns can win ugly games, and ugly games win this division. That is the fifth part of the blueprint. Win the division inside the division. This sounds obvious, but it is everything. The Browns cannot go 1-5 or 2-4 in AFC North games and expect help. They need to split at minimum. Ideally, they need to steal 4 division wins, beat Pittsburgh in the mud, split with Baltimore, find a way to slow Cincinnati's passing game, turn home games into fights.
It's one of a kind. Coming in at number 1, John Breach would be so proud, Sully. The Bengals have made it clear that they're all in on winning now. Cincinnati added big-time talent up front, including Dexter Lawrence and Jonathan Allen, to help rebuild its defense. Is that why you've put them at number 1?
Yeah, it's them completely changing their defense right now. And that was the biggest issue for them last season. It's kind of just been the issue for the Cincinnati Bengals over the last few years.
It shows the division is not soft. The Ravens are still dangerous. The Steelers are never easy. The Bengals can score quickly. The Browns do not get a free path. But that is why the blueprint matters. If Cleveland tries to win the AFC North by playing pretty football, it will not work. They need controlled aggression, strong run game, clean quarterback play, red zone touchdowns, pass rush, field position, special teams, discipline. The sixth part is coaching. Todd Monken has to turn this into a real identity, not just a list of players. Identity. What are the Browns when it is 3rd and 2? What are they in the red zone? What are they in the fourth quarter with a lead? What are they when the quarterback is under pressure? If Monken gives the offense answers, Cleveland can surprise people. If the offense looks confused, the division will expose them fast.
Earlier this morning, our guys, their diligence, note-taking, being collaborative in the meeting rooms, embracing the learning process, taking it from the classroom to the walk to the field, practicing with each other, the juice, all of that. That's really the core that we can control.
Monken is the center of the blueprint. He has to choose the right quarterback. He has to build around Judkins and Sampson. He has to use Concepcion and Fannin correctly. He has to avoid forcing the offense into old habits, and he has to understand what the AFC North demands. So what is the blueprint? Number 1, pick the quarterback who protects the ball and raises the floor. Number 2, build the offense through the run game. Number 3, give the quarterback easy throws with young weapons. Number 4, keep the defense dangerous even without Garrett. Number 5, win ugly inside the division. Number 6, stop the self-inflicted mistakes. That last one may be the biggest. The Browns cannot waste drives with penalties. They cannot lose turnover battles. They cannot let winnable games slip because the offense disappears for 2 quarters. In the AFC North, small mistakes become losses, and losses stack fast. The Browns do not have to be perfect. They have to be tough. They have to be clean. They have to be consistent. They have to make teams feel them for 4 quarters. That is how Cleveland wins the AFC North. Not by hype, not by one quarterback headline, not by one rookie breakout, but by becoming the team nobody wants to play in December. The division is open enough for the Browns to make a move. Now the question is whether Cleveland finally has the discipline to follow the blueprint.